Good afternoon. Good to see you all. As you may can tell from the accent, I'm the token Brit today. I'll try. Okay, I actually came to this country 20 years ago for a 2-year assignment and ended up staying, became an American citizen. One of the things... And that day of becoming an American citizen was one of the proudest days of my life. I stood in the Lowell Auditorium with 971 other naturalized Americans as the judge swore us in. And we took that oath. The oath we just talked about now, we took that oath. So I'm proud to say that. And those words have a special meaning for me. They mean a lot to all of us, I know they do. And as an American, I can say that now, my fellow Americans, as an American, it never ceases to amaze me how wonderful the Constitution is. I mean, the Founding Fathers constructed that, those documents carefully and very thoughtfully. And when John, I'm representing Goal, when John asked me to speak here today about the Second Amendment, I'm thinking, what am I going to talk about? Because I'm preaching to the chorus here, because we all support the Second Amendment. So being from England, I thought I'd tell you a very small, short tale of what could happen here if we don't protect and support our Second Amendment. Back in 1900, before I get to that point though, I want to point out a difference between being a Brit and being an American. When I got my passport through, my nice blue passport which said the United States of America on the front, I got my British passport out and I took a look at it. They're about the same size, different colour, but they're separated by a world. And that world is 2 words. Have you any idea what those 2 words are? Thank you. As a British subject, I was a subject of Her Majesty. As an American citizen, I am a free citizen of this great republic. So the little story I want to tell you was about progressive disarmament and how we have to guard against that in this great country. In 1900, a British subject could own any gun, any firearm, any weapon he wanted. The Prime Minister at the time said he would laud the day when there was a rifle in every house, every cottage. But then the government started thinking, well, we don't want people to have guns. The Russian Revolution took place after World War I. They introduced new legislation that made British subjects, if they wanted to own a gun, to show good reason why they needed to have a gun. And guess who judged the good reason? The government. Further progressive gun control in the United Kingdom took away your rights to own a short-barreled shotgun and an automatic weapon. That was in 1936. Not because Bonnie and Clyde were going around shooting up banks, but because the government said, you have no reason to own a weapon like that. Keep going. 1988, all semi-automatic shotguns and rifles were banned, including pump-action rifles. Keep going again. 98, all handguns were banned. And how did they ban them? Well, because you had to register the gun on your license. The police knew exactly who had what, where you lived, and if you didn't turn it in within so many weeks, you could go to prison for 10 years. So right now in the United Kingdom, it's even illegal to carry any weapon for self-defense. They have disarmed the people. You've gone from being an armed society in 1900 to today, in 2013, where it is basically against the law to defend your home, your life, your property against the criminals and the scum in that society. Now, right now, we had a tragedy in Connecticut. That tragedy has been politicized at both the state and federal level in what I think is a very disgusting way. In a way that would lead to incremental disarmament of us as lawful gun owners. You only have to look at what's being proposed by Senator Feinstein and even our own governor in Massachusetts. And believe me, coming from a nation that got disarmed, you do not want to see incremental changes to our Second Amendment. First it will be, you can't have a 30-round magazine. Then it will be, well, only 7 rounds in a 10-round magazine. then it will be, you can't have a gun.
Right.
All right? Now, I am a citizen of this nation, not a subject. As such, I demand that we keep those rights that we hold so dear, that our founding fathers thought were so important in order to protect what I'm doing right now, exercising my First Amendment right. We need to protect the Second Amendment from that. Now, I don't want to get political. I could. I could also start talking about the media and Piers Morgan, but then my blood pressure. I'm not going to do that either. All right? But what I am going to say is that as a proud citizen of this country, as somebody who chose to come to this country, become a citizen, and exercise my rights, I will not stand by and watch our politicians use our children as a reason to take away our rights to own firearms. Now, I'm going to finish up. I wrote a speech, but I'm not reading it. I'm just going to extemporize. I'm going to end up now because we have a lot of other speakers. But Thomas Jefferson once said that timid men prefer the calmness of dictatorship rather than the tumultuous current of liberty. What I would say to you is, let us not be timid. Let us stand for our rights. God bless you.